Hello everybody, welcome back to Rachel Reads. My name is Rachel. I love to read and write Christian fiction, and today I'm doing Recent Reads number 3. So the first books I have to talk about are a trilogy, which does make this easier, but that is the Weaver trilogy by Lindsay A. Franklin. The first book is the Story Peddler, and then it is the Story Raider, and then the Story Hunter. And for one, I love these covers just because they are so pretty, and I don't know, they're really fun. They're great fantasy covers. Overall, this is a 5-star series. Book 1 is definitely a 5-star. I think book 2, is probably 5 stars. It could be 4.75, but I'm going to give it 5. And then book 3 is 4.75 stars. So, before I get into what this is about really quickly and my enjoyment, I'm going to mention content. This is very clean. It does have some magic in it, but the magic in and of itself is an allegory of sorts. So there is that. Book 3, there is an attempted assault. You don't see any explicit content. It's written in a more violent tone, so it is clean. I did want to mention that though as a trigger warning. I still enjoyed it. So I'm just going to give you the summary of book 1 and then my enjoyment. So book 1 is about a girl named Tanwyn. She is a story peddler. She works under this lady and she sells stories. She pretty much weaves them together. It is a gift. And she tells the stories, but they can only tell the king's stories that he has approved because, he's an evil king. What more can I say? And we kind of follow her from there. We also meet Braith, who is the daughter of the king, and she kind of befriends Tanwyn over some time. And then there's more, as well as Brack, I think is his name. So there's a little bit of a love triangle in this trilogy, so if you don't like that, I'm sorry, but in my opinion, it ends how I want it to. So I'll just say that. The next series I have to talk about is one everyone is going to love that I've read it, and I love that I've read it as well. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, but that is the Ilion Chronicles by J.L. Knight. I read Half-Blood Resistance, The King's Scroll, Samara's Peril, Exiles, Bitter Winter, and Deccan's Heir. And I love them all so much. Each book I'm pretty sure I gave 5 stars. If not, it was 4.75. Overall, it's a 5-6 star series. So good. If you are looking for Christian fantasy that has no magic, this is the series. It is so good. It is epic. I would consider this epic fantasy. For one, it's a very long series. For 2, the characters are amazing. For 3, the allegory is stunning. 4, and everyone's favorite reason, there are dragons. Which is just so fun, okay? But this is all about Jason Kyron. Jace was a former gladiator, but now he is kind of trying to help the situation because there is a little bit of a problem happening in this world. And Kyron is an undercover Christian of sorts. They don't call it Christian in the book because it's an allegory. But yeah, you kind of follow them. There's a lot of journeys, a lot of characters you will love, and it's just so good. Content, there is a lot of violence. It's not really too detailed, but this is definitely a more violent series considering there's a lot of war and stuff going on. So I do want to mention that. Romance-wise, there are, I think, a few attempted assaults, but nothing happens. It is extremely clean. If you're worried and you think something's going to happen, it does not at all. It barely even gets there before it stops, so I do appreciate that it is very clean, and even that there is a lot of redemption with that idea overall, which I did appreciate. There are some kisses, but again, it is kept clean, and I really enjoyed this series. It is so good, and I'm so glad to be part of this fandom because it's just so good. The next 3 books are the first 3 books in Melanie Sellier's Return to the Four Kingdoms. Book 1 is The Secret Princess. I gave this one 5 stars on Goodreads. But thinking about it, it's going to be a 4.5 star. I really enjoyed it. It is a Goose Girl retelling. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was super cute. The next book is The Mystery Princess. I gave this one 4/4.25 stars. I enjoyed it. It wasn't my favorite for a few reasons, but overall I did really like it. I thought our main character was really great, and I like how this is a Cinderella retelling, by the way, but I like how the Cinderella was handled in a different way than normal, so I do appreciate that. Then the last book from Melanie Sellier was The Desert Princess. This is my favorite one so far. This is an Aladdin retelling, and oh my goodness, it is so good. This is a gender flipped Aladdin. and we kind of see how everything happens. I loved it. It did feel very Aladdin-like. There were so many cool things that just kind of happened. I love the cover. I just love this book. Next book I have to talk about is You Should Have Told the Bees by Amanda Cox. On Goodreads, I gave this 5 stars. Thinking about it, I'm going to give it a 4.5 star. I wouldn't consider it a favorite of the year. Because I'm already kind of thinking, will this book make it on my favorites list? I don't think it will. But things could change. But I'm going to say 4.5 stars. I really did enjoy it. This is literary fiction and it has a touch of romance. It is so sweet, very wholesome. It's clean. My review is on Goodreads. So if you want specific content details, it will be on there. But overall, it's clean, it's Christian, and I did enjoy it. And I don't know, the bees and the honey was very interesting. So yeah, I would recommend it. The next book I have to talk about is a classic, which I am shocked I read because I tried to read it once and did not like it. I don't even think I made it past the first page. I couldn't stand the font and I didn't think I would like it pretty much. But that book is Anne of Green Gables by Ellen Montgomery. This is a classic. I love this cover. And if you get the whole series, like, I'm pretty sure the spines connect, which is my favorite thing. Oh, I wish more authors would do that. But I really love this book. 5 stars. I mean, if you know Anne of Green Gables, you know what it's about. But if you don't know, that's what I'm here for. This is about Anne. She is accidentally adopted by Marilla and Matthew Cuthbert. They are brother and sister. They wanted a boy because they have a farm and they need someone to help them, but they get Anne, and Anne really changes their life. She changes their hearts. This is just such a great book. The next books I read were a reread just because I think I had seen Lindsay reread them a while ago, and I had just been thinking about rereading it, so I'm like, go ahead and do it because you don't know if you will. So I reread the Page Alder series by Erin Mangum. You guys, I love these series. Well, this series. This is my favorite Erin Mangum series. It's just so good. But this is all about Paige. She is overworked. She works at this adoption agency, but she's in a lot of ministries at her church. And then she's got some family issues that are going to get solved. She meets this guy named Tyler. It's so good. It is more like a slice of life book. But I loved it because Paige is just so great. I love seeing her character development. This is clean romance. It's just so good. Next book I'm going to talk about is the first 3 books in the Mysterious Benedict Society. Overall, I'd give it 4.5. Books 2 and 3 are 4.5 stars. Book 1 is a 5 star. I enjoyed it. Book 1 was the best. It was very novel, very original. I loved it. It's just very different. It's middle grade, but it's funny and it's humorous and there's mystery. Books 2 and 3 were good, but they weren't as good as book 1. So if you're looking for middle grade or YA, I would highly recommend this. It is secular, but it's clean. I loved it. This is about a group of kids who come together to solve a mystery. It's set in like an alternate 50s, 60s dystopian style setting. I don't know how I would classify it, but it's good. I enjoyed it. Last book I have to talk about today is probably my favorite book of this year and of this video. This will probably be my #1 book of this year. The book is The Nightmare Virus by Nadine Brennis. You guys, I love this book. But I will read you the back and tell you what it's about because it's hard for me to describe because I feel like I don't do it justice, but it's really good. So, here we go. Some viruses go after the body, but the nightmare virus goes after the mind. When dream technology goes wrong, a virus spreads across the globe, trapping people in a universal dreamscape. They call it the nightmare virus. Kane Cross is determined to find a cure, if he can decipher his brother's chicken scratch formula notes. But when he gets infected, he only has 22 days until he's trapped in the mental prison forever. Now every time he falls asleep, he must fight in a nightmare arena until he earns his freedom to live in the new world that only exists in the mind. Then he finds a way to manipulate the nightmare, to change it by mere thought. Forced to navigate a world of night beasts, mistblades, and half-truths, Kane turns his focus to survival. When the Emperor offers him a life suit pod and access to a cure in exchange for a dangerous favor, Kane thinks he's found a way out. But Kane's new power threatens to take him on paths that jeopardize his very soul. Will he continue searching for a cure, or will he swear allegiance to the nightmare? And the bigger question might be, will he even have a choice? It's just so good. It's Inception meets Ready Player One meets Gladiator. It's so good. I think if you like Ilion Chronicles, you'll probably like this book as well. I love this book. I'm going to read you the first 2 lines. It's not really a spoiler. It's mentioned in the back. Plus the second line is kind of like King sarcasm because he is very sarcastic and funny and blunt. So I kind of like it. It's great. Once you catch the nightmare virus, you have 22 days until you die. That's fact number 1. I don't know. Y'all need to read this book. I love this. For content, before I go on, there is definitely some Gladiator style violence, but again, it's clean. Overall, it's very clean. I don't remember much romance content. The H word was used once to describe a particular situation in the book. But again, it was clean. It's Nadine Brandes. I love it. The story inside is beautiful. Is it Nadine Brandes' best book yet? Maybe. So that is all for today's video. I'm going to quickly talk about what I'm currently reading. So last night I just finished London in the Dark by Victoria Lynn. I haven't reviewed it on Goodreads yet, but it will be by the time this video is up. I really did enjoy it, but I'm starting Bound, which is also by her. And then I'm currently reading Every Bride Has Her Day, I believe. It's the last book in Brides of Style by Janice Thompson. I'm currently working on memorizing Hebrews chapter 11. I plan on going and reading Hebrews completely through. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope God bless you today. I do my best to post Tuesdays at 12:30, and I'll see you next time. Bye!